video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I built this door into the side of the shipping container without any specialty tools or a welder. So let's check it out. Okay, I'm framing out the front of this to put a door. So here's my top rail, and that's going to be held in place by the adhesive, and it's going to be supported initially just by these two. These are going to be connected to the side to those. So there's 3 of these, and down here I've drilled this here, and I have J-bolts. So those will be anchored in. These are just about ready to get screwed down. And once those are screwed down, then I'm going to put the adhesive on this and put that up. Okay, the first issue I ran into is I'm screwing in. My screws are busted. They're too long. So I had to dig through my screws, and I found a box of these, and these are perfect. But these are the ones I was using, 1.25 inches. They're literally 1/4 inch too long. So these are special screws for going through the metal. Those aren't. And the first one broke. It broke. So I now have to drill every place that I want to screw down the bottoms. After much frustration, these screws just kept breaking even after screwing the metal and then drilling the metal and drilling the wood individually, and then just the mere act of screwing them in was breaking them off. And you can see how many times this has happened down there too. So it's just been a nightmare. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, what about these little guys here, right? And these little guys, these are what you use to put the metal to the metal. So they don't go very deep, which this stuff apparently isn't that deep, right? So what I did was I was only going to put in X number, and I basically like quadrupled that. And this thing is in there like you are not getting that out, period. You can unscrew it. All the problems I had with this, I might have threw down some adhesive underneath this. Had I known I was going to have the problems, I would have put some adhesive. But these are the way to go. Just the standard little screw. Just put a ton of them into the floor, and this thing is not going anywhere. That could be, especially once everything is finished and all, yeah, that's the way to go. All right, adhesive ready to go. These are ready to go. All my hardware's down there that I need for each side. That way, as soon as the top's in there, I can put those in and bolt them in. Okay, so this is pretty much where all the strength in the frame is coming from. This is bolted to these J-bolts into there. The top is glued, and then the bottoms are screwed in. There is a gap. I don't know if I can get it on camera or not, but there is a gap back here between all the way down, just because of the way the shipping container is. So it gets double screwed in on each side and the bottom, and then it gets the J-bolts. This one at the top. And we're moving along. Alright, getting ready to put the door in. Actually, the way I'm putting the door in, I'm gonna have to attach these after the door's in, because I'm gonna just be bolting right through here. Okay. These bolts. Now I'm just trying to get it in there square. Alright, let me do this all again because I didn't hit play. There's the door. It's all in now. And this took me, once I got it in there and the holes drilled and all that, I think I worked on it for a couple hours to get it to work right. And once I stopped using the level, and I just paid attention to this reveal line there and the door working, then it works. Because I could care less if the door is level and square and all that. I just care if the door works. And I see people with lasers and laser squares and all kinds of stuff, and it's just like, 2 hours of messing around and tweaking with it. I'm finally just saying, you know what, let's just not worry about the level, let's just worry about the gap. And boom, I got a working door. All right, I think the framing is done. So I doubled up on there. I just wanted to add all the strength I possibly could to the whole structure. It's strong. It is rock steady. That piece of trim isn't so steady, but it ain't going nowhere. Alright, so this layer of insulation is the thermal break. So you can't just stick metal to metal and expect it to not just conduct the temperature right through it. So all the metal studs are covered, and then the siding will be on this. And then behind here, I have to fill all the gaps. And there's the insulation. Again, sticking with the fire retarding theme, fireproof. So I'll fill up these cavities, and then I need to cover the side. I didn't buy anything because I wanted to kind of think about it before I bought whatever was going to cover this this side. All right, these are the panels I dug out of my pile of siding. About ready to cut them. I got a metal blade on that. Yeah, so this is taking me a lot longer, always, than I was expecting. Like, this took 2 weeks longer because the lady didn't take my information. I thought I made an appointment, and she just didn't write my name down, and the appointment day came, and yeah. So anyway, I needed to get bigger, longer screws to go. And I even, when I bought the original ones, I even took that into account, but they just weren't doing it. And they were pointy, and these ones I got, see like the difference of these little guys here. So that's a point versus a drill head, right? So these just worked just so much better. It took, like, I had to drill every single one of these I had to put in. I had to drill it. It took forever. All right, so I got half the insulation I bought, filled it up. As far as I'm concerned, plenty good. It's 6-inch thick walls. I don't need, I've got an inch of insulation on the outside of that. And then I've got that, and it's thick at the top and the bottom. And so I could have filled them up all the way, but honestly, I just feel like that's just a little overkill. It just would have been just a little bit more in there. Sorry about the noise, the roof. Would have just been a little bit more, but I don't think I would have got that much of a big deal out of it. I mean, we got a door that's this thick right here. So, it's gonna... Anyway, it's got some spray foaming left to do. And then for the wall, I just bought sheet metal. Just slap up some sheet metal. Trying to only do one cut right there. Everything else I'm just gonna slap up and screw on there, and there'll be seams and whatever. Quick and easy and fire proof. Alright, so I don't know what happened, but when I got all done with the sheet metal and the insulation, the door stopped working. Alright, installing the lock set on here, and I had to chisel this out to get this system in there. It's a security lock thing, so... And I got the door to work perfectly by just running the planer down the side, which is kind of funny because I didn't even remember I had a planer until I was pulling out a different tool and the planer was in the same bag. So yeah, I just basically need to put the primer back on that end and it's good to go. So the door works perfectly now. Works very nice, tight, hardware all in there, nice code lock. And then the screen. And the screen has some character there, I'm telling you. What's it gonna do? What was it gonna do? What was it gonna do? Is it gonna close? Is it broken? Is it right? Oh. Alright, there's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it and you want to see the rest of the videos like this, hit the subscribe and hit the like button. Peace.